Hi, everyone on YouTube. Are we ready for this tutorial of the jump board and the reformer? This is about 16 minutes in length. When I first tried jumping as a client, I was like, yeah, this is a ton of fun. And woohoo, it was like when I was a kid on the trampoline, but just like there, your legs start to burn and you realize, geez, this is a little harder than I thought it was. So fast forward 20 years and I've taught many group classes with the jump board, privates, and I've learned a few tips and tricks along the way. And that's what I want to share with you. For this entire session, we will be lying down. We're going through the basics. So what's the setup? I have my headrest up. I suggest you have it up the entire time. I just threw those handles into the well because they just make a lot of noise when they're hung up. When you're jumping, we're not even going to use them. Use the jump board that came with your reformer. I am on 3 heavy springs for some footwork with the jump board. And then I will be lightening my weight down to 1 heavy and 1 medium when we do start to jump. One last thing, you probably want to grab a towel, maybe a hand towel, to fold up. I'll tell you why. Once we get there, it'll be a little bit down the road of our session. So whether you're new to the jump board or you've been jumping a while, I think this is a great one just to learn a little bit about technique and what I feel makes me a better jumper. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, head on over to my on-demand Pilates classes full length, johannapilates.com. All right, are we ready? Let's do it. Okay, let's lie on down. The best part, in my opinion. All right, feet are gonna go on the jump board, doesn't matter where they go, and just take your legs out long. It's heavy. We're trying to simulate a little bit of footwork here. Your toes, walk them up. My toes are gonna be right at the top edge of the jump board. We're gonna start here, and then when we move on, you might need to walk those feet up a little more. We'll see. Your hip distance parallel. Let's bend those knees and keep those heels down, down, down. And once you feel those heels lifting, that's when you extend the legs out. So, my point, keep the feet flat. All right, we've done like 2 or 3. You say to yourself, gosh, I can barely bend my knees in. Then that's where you take the feet up a little bit. The toes might be hanging off. That's totally fine. The goal is for those heels to stay down. All right, let's do it. So like I already said, similar to footwork. Heavy springs, finding that breath, same thing we do, relaxing that upper body. On this next one, I want you to go all the way out to straight legs. Pause here. Lift those heels and lower. No big deal. Rising, tippy toes, just lifting and lowering. You're not going to get a big range of motion. We're working on our ankle mobility. Just lifting and lowering. You can go as fast or as slow. You're trying to root into the big toe. My tendency is to roll out. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Feet go flat. Now keep those heels down, lift those toes away from the jump board, and then feet go flat. Strong flex. Opposite way. I know this seems like a snooze, but trust me, we're working our feet. We're working the toes. We're working our ankles. And that's important because the feet
are our foundation to the earth. So we need to give them a little bit of love. Let's alternate now. Let's lift the heels lower, flex the feet flat. This is also preparing us for our jumping that we're going to do soon. Relax. Let those arms hang heavy on the carriage. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Next one, keep the feet flat. Bend those knees in to your point. Once you reach it, lift those heels, extend the legs all the way out long, feet go flat. Bending the knees, feet stay flat, lifting the heels, extending the legs out, feet go flat. We'll reverse the directions here soon. If you're getting mixed up on the coordination, just move, do whatever. And you know that we'll have to reverse eventually. Few more here. Next one, I want you to hold those legs long, keep those heels lifted. Let's bend those knees in. Feet go flat and extend out. Lift the heels. Bend, rolling the feet to flat. Legs go long. Few more here. We're doing our best to maintain that neutral when we're doing footwork on the foot bar. Same thing, not popping our ribs, trying not to imprint, somewhere in between. One more here. Out, lift the heels, bend, feet flat. Take a rest here a second. Extend those legs over the jump board and roll the calves on top. This feels pretty good. Maybe even bend your knees a little bit and roll. Wiggle those toes around, roll those feet, ankles. All right. Moving on to a single leg variation. Feet are going to go back, toes towards the top edge of the jump board. Extend the legs out. Take your right leg to a tabletop position. Knees in line with the hip. Left foot is going to stay flat on the jump board as we bend the knee in and out. Same thing we did before, but now one leg at a time, and it's going to feel pretty heavy, but you can handle it. We're not going to be here that long. Same thing, you're only bending the knee in as far as you can keep the foot flat. I'm hoping I'm bending my knee right over my second toe, but who knows? I'll shoot for that. Here's 3, 2. Next one, hold that left leg long. Hold it there. Lift that left heel and lower. I'm going to take a peek up at my toes. I'm trying to root there right in the middle of the ball of my foot. Pressing my left big toe into the jump board. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot meets the left on the jump board. Left leg goes into tabletop. Right foot's flat. We go to the other side, bending and straightening. My right leg is the working leg, and my left leg is called the gesture leg. I'm actually working my gesture leg too by keeping it in this perfect tabletop position. If you don't do that, is it the end of the world? Of course not. When I jump though, I don't know why I'm so particular. Like I don't need to be, but I am. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold that right leg straight out there. Let's lift the right heel and lower it. The moral of the story is that this is going to prepare you to jump. Like I said at the beginning, I promise I have a point, and I'll make it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet flat on the jump board. Come on in. Roll one more time on those calves. Do a little dance with the legs. Okay, it's time for a weight change. So I'm going to come on up. I'm going to give myself one heavy and one medium spring. This is usually what I jump on. You could go lighter if you want, if your legs are killing you. But for me, one heavy, one medium usually works. So on this balance body, it's a red and a blue for me. We're going to lie on back down. Continuing on with the single leg theme, that's what we're going to do. Feet go back on that jump board. Again, toes towards the top. I'm going to take that right leg into tabletop, and my left leg is going to stay flat. Now we're going to hop away. Who cares if you hit the bumper? Who cares? Just do it. See how it feels for you. Okay. Here we go. Little bit of hop. I'm not going too far back behind me. If you do that, fine, but you're going to wear yourself out a little bit. This is about endurance. So I'm not hopping too far away. I'm trying to land very quietly. My toe lands first, then the ball of my foot, then my heel. Like when I was a young mom and my kids were sleeping, I finally got them to sleep, and I would tiptoe around the house so I wouldn't wake them up. Yeah, kind of like that. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Whew. Okay, my left leg was burning there. Let's go to the right. Talk further. Both legs extend out. Left leg is going to go to tabletop. And now that right foot's going to stay flat. I'm going to bend that right knee, trying to keep that heel down. Hop away, land, foot goes flat. Other side. When I hop away, I'm pointing my toe. Length through that working leg. If I place my hand on top of my right quad, I can feel that muscle tightening in during that hang time because I'm pointing my toe so much. Is that required in jumping? Heck no. I just don't like it when I see legs jumping that look like, I don't know, undercooked French fries. That's why I try and say point. Point your toes. Channel your inner dancer. Yeah, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming on in. We're going to add on to that. It's called skipping. We do this a lot in a jump class. All right. Back to left foot on the jump board. Right leg goes to tabletop. You're going to take off with one foot, land with the same foot, and switch. Here we go. Land, switch. Go slow. More than anything, this is a brain buster. Take off, land, switch. I promise, going faster is just going to exhaust you. Let's work on those pointed toes and landing quietly. We're going over the basics here in single leg jumping. As you take classes down the road, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of different things with these legs. We're going to be going turned out. We're going to extend one leg straight up to the ceiling. Blah, 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 blah. But If you always get discouraged with the choreography, you come back to this simple jumping. I promise you'll feel it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My quads are on fire. And, my heart rate's lifted. Last but not least, we are going to talk about double jumping. That's when both feet take off and land. Feet go flat on the jump board. Extend the legs out long. Bending the knees, hop away. Let's do a few of these, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about your core and your low back. Same thing applies. Land, feet go flat, hop away. 4, 3, 2, land. Through my many years of teaching and doing the jump board, I've found when my clients and I are double jumping, it can go pretty quick into our low back because we have a tendency to flail those ribs to the ceiling. That is why I told you at the beginning, you might need a small folded towel. That's going to go right there in the small of your back. I promise you that's going to help. If you don't have a towel, you could always stack your hands one on top of the other and place it to the small of your back. But if you wear a lot of jewelry like me, it might be uncomfortable. All right, I'm going to continue with that series with that towel right there. Hopping away. Okay, automatically for me, that feels better because I'm trying to press my spine down into the carriage, and that towel's allowing me to do that effectively. Are we pointing those toes? Landing lightly. Legs straight, land. Breathe. Get the hang of this. Legs long. You're trying to land towards the top of the jump board. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we really didn't do that very long. And I felt it. I felt the work. My legs are worked. I'm tired. My heart rate's a little quickened. I hope you enjoyed this beginning session tutorial on the jump board. When we move on, we add a lot of bells and whistles. We'll jump and turned out. We'll extend one leg long. We might throw a ball up in the air, but all of that stuff, you've got plenty of time. And if you don't want to do it, you don't need to do it. Just go back to those simple jumping basics. I hope you enjoyed this. See you back soon on the reformer with or without the jump board, springboard chair, and mat. See you next time.